of pandemic preparedness and the biosecurity agenda. The WHO is developing through all its nations, but with the WHO Directorate and the United States in charge, a pandemic treaty and amendments to the existing international health regulations that will remove the human rights protections currently embedded in the IHRs, will enforce surveillance, censorship, get rid of freedom of speech, require governments to censor and only push a single narrative. Also, we will be subject, if they can make this work, to vaccines developed in 100 days, which the organization CEPI is planning to do. And one of the people who founded CEPI was Jeremy Farrar, who is now the chief scientist at the WHO, to bring this forward. Other things that amendments do is to bind the states so they are no longer recommendations but enforceable edicts. Provide a liability shield, get rid of intellectual property rights, move supplies from one country to another, enforce digital passports, and the Director General of WHO can demand that a pandemic or a potential pandemic exists. He can just declare it with no standards, and then countries around the world will have to obey. Also, the WHO will tell you what drugs you can and can't use in your nation once a pandemic is declared. Obviously, the budget will increase. One Health is another part of this. One Health is a concept that was created to enable the WHO, with these documents, to take over jurisdiction of everything in the world by saying that climate change, animals, plants, water systems, ecosystems are all central to health. Also embedded in this concept is a peculiar notion that humans are no longer of greater value than animals.
Well, if you didn't know, now you do. We are nothing more than animals to them. And they are making a Hail Mary pass right now to try to take complete and total control over everything. But I think if we just get the right people in charge, all this starts to fall apart. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that thinks that one man's going to come into office and fix everything and solve all of our problems. Far, far from it. If we get the right people in charge, the right administration, the right group of individuals. But if we slip up and let the wrong administration in, it's the end of the world as we know it. I truly believe that. Now, I don't like to fearmonger, but they're absolutely trying to seize control right now before too many people wake up, and the people are waking up in droves.
Have you